about the tools that we use to cut our scones or our biscuits. Since I cut wedges for scones, I tend to use a knife, fashion a circle of dough, and then simply cut that into wedges like I would cut a pie. What I always do is pre-sharpen the knife before I use it because you want a very clean cut edge that doesn't drag the dough down past the edge. What happens if you want to use a biscuit cutter? Well, these are actually new cutters that I bought. They're very nice, they're very sturdy, they're very dull. They aren't anywhere near as sharp as they could or should be, and what's going to happen is when I go to cut the dough, it's going to pull the dough down past it and begin to seal up the edges of that dough, and that will prevent it from rising well because it'll be sealed in that spot. So what do? Well, you take a piece of emery cloth, which is simply sandpaper that's made from metal, and you put it flat onto a surface. I've got it on a cutting board here that I can rinse off later. And you take your cutter and you just simply start making circles. And what it's doing is grinding this down and giving me a nice sharp edge. Not quite as even as I'd like it yet. That in part is why you run those circles in opposite directions. But now running my thumbs past this, we're getting close enough that you now are going to need to be a little bit careful about how you store these. Because yes, these have become knife sharp, and that's exactly what you want when you go to cut dough.